TV magician who always left them breathless. His name remained Magic Man, as no one knew the tricks he used to move kids in the program aired by the country's only television station, KBC. KBC, for those of you who might not have been born in that era, means Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. John Rodriguez was the non-competitive Magic World for 45 years. He always bedazzled, bamboozled, and befuddled us with his magic tricks. If it wasn't a handkerchief that he pulled from the middle of nowhere, it was a sweet that came out from his ear, or a bunny from his heart. Oops, I seemed to have missed that class. The moment he took to the stage to entertain the kids at a function, everybody went mum, as he whispered his magic words. Rambo, bambo, boom, boom. Fellow Toastmasters, John Rodriguez talked to us about magic about 20 years ago. And as I continued growing up, I started believing that there was no such thing as magic. Until about 3 years ago when I joined Toastmasters. And I came to realize that truly magic does exist. And ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, we want to share our experiences on how to bring out those magical experiences as club officers in our clubs. How do we do that? Before we dive into that, would like to share a few nuggets by some of the well-renowned Toastmasters that we know, starting with our regional advisor, Sunil Kotarathi, distinguished Toastmaster, who about 3 weeks ago in our district officer training mentioned that the magic happens at the club. By show of hands, how many of us believe that the magic does happen at the club? Please raise your hand up if you believe that the magic happens at the club. I see Ken Agutu, Kathy Coyote, a few more hands are going up. Amazing. We seem to be on the same page. So I'd like, again, perhaps to have 1 or 2 volunteers tell us why they think there is magic going on in their club. Robert, my chat monitor, maybe you could just pick anybody and have them speak for a few seconds why they think magic was made and is brewed in their club. Maybe 1, 2 people.
Maybe Elizabeth Owino, who has her hand up, could tell us.
My hand was not up. But I would say great things happen. People speak exceptionally well. To me, that is magic.
Amazing. Thank you, Elizabeth. 1 more person. Why does your club experience magic, and what have you been doing as individuals and EXCO in your club to ensure that that magical experience truly lives within your club setup? Anybody volunteer? Ken Agutu, do you want to tell us about the magic happening at Kisumu Toastmasters?
Yes, the fact that people come in with all kinds of fears and timidity, and in no time they become some of the best speakers you've ever seen with your eyes or heard with your ears.
Amazing, absolutely. So you see, magic does really happen at the club level. Just yesterday, when our district director, Gladys Muhunyo, revealed the mission that we will be living with as a district for the next 1 year, she broke down this to us very well when she created a beautiful acronym that I don't think I will be forgetting anytime soon, and I'm sure most of you will not, that in magic, we need to have mentorship, we need to appreciate one another, even appreciate ourselves, identify opportunities of growth within and outside of Toastmasters, and care for each other so that we can all experience that magic that truly lives in our Toastmasters confines. What better way to experience this magic than to harness tools that Toastmasters has carefully equipped us with as leaders? For instance, one of the elements of ensuring that the magic does happen is to motivate team members. So on the chat, I would like you to respond whether or not you have ever been motivated or motivated a team member in your club. So you can respond with a yes if you have enjoyed being a motivator or being motivated. And if you have, then tell us the one ingredient that ensured that the motivation took place. If you have been motivated, yes, and then tell us what it is that you liked about the motivation. And Robert, again, you could read out 1 or 2 responses for me. Robert, do we have any responses?
Sarah, may I support
Yes.
you where Robert is?
Please go on.
Catherine is saying consistency. Teresia is saying that the motivation has been great, commitment, willingness, and communication. Kathy Coyote is saying my club gave me a surprise birthday party.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Elizabeth is saying, as a new member, I was encouraged to take tasks, and the compliments motivated me to develop confidence.
Amazing, a birthday party. Wow, we really do have a long way to go, some of these clubs. So thank you, Jerry. Another element in ensuring that we are successful as leaders, as we give that magical experience to our club members, is to delegate tasks. I will be honest today when I say that before I took up the VPE role, I was one of those people who always wanted to rubber stamp everything. I would do this and do this and do this, which I still do. But when I got into the VPE role, which we commonly refer to as the vigorously pushing everyone role, I quickly had to set a team, and Jerry would share this with you, that when we were starting, we had broken down those roles into, I think, 6, 7, 8 roles. And at some point I was like, so what will I be doing? But at the end of it all, each and every member had something to give, to share, and it made my role as the Vice President Education of the club with the most number of members, 70 members, very smooth. So don't kill yourself trying to do everything on your own, and yet you have members in your club that you can be able to share with, delegate to, and make that magic in your club. Coaching is another element. And I know in Toastmasters, we intermittently use coaching and mentorship together, but experts do say that there is a clear distinction between one or two. And because I see experts in this room, Jerry, allow me to pick you just to give us in one phrase what the word coaching is all about. Jerry, if you don't mind.
Coaching. I think coaching means that in coaching, you recognize that these team members have something inside them, and then you are helping them direct that energy to what they need to do. For example, if somebody is the SAA and they need support in doing their role, it is okay to ask them, what are your ideas first? So you get what they are thinking and how they understand their role, and then you help them perform the role. You help them, you add to their ideas in terms of what they need to do. So coaching means that you're not doing it for them, but you're also trying to find their creativity inside them so that they're able to add value to their role. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Njeri. That is now clear. I'm sure to most of us who've been struggling to understand the difference between the two. And then finally, in an effort as club officers to bring out that magic within ourselves and also for other club members, there needs to be clear goal setting, what we normally refer to as SMART goal setting: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Okay? And because we are the club officers, we have gone through the different breakout rooms where we went through our roles, how we'll be able to bring out the best of ourselves in whichever respective office that we'll be serving. I would like us to get into breakout rooms, and I would like to confirm from any one of the Roberts, either Karanja or Kimani, that the breakout rooms are ready. Are the breakout rooms ready, Robert, Karanja?
Yes, they are. Just opening them.
Okay. So as he opens them, let me take you through how we'll go about this. So the breakout room 1 will be for team motivation. And I would like members of Kilele and Naivasha Toastmasters to get into this breakout room. So kindly please and join breakout room 1, Kilele and Naivasha Club. And what you will be discussing is what are the principles of motivation. In layman terms, it doesn't have to be according to a well-renowned, writer or something. So according to you, what are the principles of motivation? But you can try and apply the Toastmasters hierarchy of motivation by borrowing from the Maslow's law of Maslow's hierarchy of law. So how do you ensure that you motivate your team members as a member of the EXCO? Kilele and Naivasha Toastmasters members, kindly get into breakout room 1. But before you do, please wait for me to give you the full instructions, because there's something else that we'll be following besides you discussing the principles of motivation. Then we have breakout room 2, which will be on delegation. Team Nakuru and Ruaraka, kindly get into this breakout room and then come up with the steps that you as the EXCO need to follow in motivating individuals and your teams, as well as yourself. How do you ensure that you as a member serving in the EXCO are motivated to pursue your individual goals as well as that of others and the club in general? Nakuru and Ruaraka, team delegation, breakout room 2. Breakout room 3 is team coaching. This will be constituted of members of Thika and Eldoret EXCO. And what I would like you to discuss is, what does successful coaching entail? Njeri, our certified coach, has given us a hint of what coaching is all about. So if you could borrow from what she has just said, or just use the knowledge that you have to discuss what successful coaching entails. And then finally, we have breakout room number 4, which will have 3 clubs: Kisumu, Dojo, and NBA. Pick any goal, either of a member, of an officer in your club, or a goal that you have set generally as a club, and then determine whether or not that goal is SMART. So first and foremost, pick of a goal. And then as you go through that goal, establish whether it is SMART, and you could have a number of them, and then you will come to present to us a SMART goal, highlighting all the elements of a SMART goal. And then as we all discuss these 4 different sections, let me repeat them again: motivation, delegation, coaching, and SMART goals. One more thing that all the groups will be doing is to use motivation, delegation, coaching, and SMART goal setting to start a conversation, because in the interest of time, we won't have all the time. We have a total of 20 minutes in the breakout room on how you will complete your club success plan. And that is why we have been grouped into clubs. So you'll come and make a short presentation on motivation, delegation, coaching, and SMART goals, but towards the end, give us a short presentation on how you plan to achieve a club success plan, when you will do it, and perhaps Robert Karanja will let us know towards the end by when you should submit this club success plan as a club and to whom you should submit it to. So unless we have a question, I would kindly ask all of us to get into our breakout rooms. Team motivation, Kilele and Naivasha, you're discussing motivation, and please select a secretary and a team leader who will do the presentation. Room 2, delegation, Nakuru and Waraka, steps to follow in motivating individuals, teams. Room 3, team coaching, Pika and Eldoret, what does successful coaching entail? And finally, room 4, SMART goals. And as we discuss this,